Well, I reckon it was quite a spectacle down in them hallowed halls of Congress last week. After them votes on the House floor, ol' Representative Jim Jordan from Ohio found himself lackin' the votes to wear the Speaker's hat. And wouldn't you know it, 9 of them Republicans done stood up and said they aim to have a go at claimin' that their gavel. The Republican conference, they're gatherin' on a Monday eve to listen to this new bunch hopin' to be the boss. And, come Tuesday, they reckon they'll cast their votes for the next speaker to be. Now, to get in the runnin' for House Speaker, them Republicans had to declare their candidacy by noon last Sunday. They done told Representative Elise Stefanik from New York, who's runnin' the House Republican Conference, all about it. She's the one puttin' on them meetin's where them GOP folks decide who's their favorite nominee. And, over yonder on the other side, them Democrats seem mighty keen on keepin' Hakeem Jeffries from New York as their leader. All this fuss, it's happenin' while the good ol' government's headin' for a shutdown in November if them House and Senate don't pass them appropriations bills. Them Republicans, it seems, have frozen up the House floor for near 3 weeks on account of not agreein' on a new leader. Now, out of them 9 Republicans vying for the Speaker's post, only 2 of them voted for certifying them 2020 election results. And only 2 of them been around Congress for more than a decade. Funny thing, all 9 of them are members of that conservative Republican study committee, one of them 5 GOP ideologian groups, and historically, it's the biggest. Let's meet the contenders. There's Representative Tom Emmer from Minnesota, been in Congress since 15, and he's wearing the majority whip hat. He was chair of that National Republican Congressional Committee for 4 years. At 62, he's the highest ranking of the bunch. He's got Kevin McCarthy's seal of approval and says he's all about teamwork and respect. But some folks on the right ain't too fond of him cause he's certified them 2020 results. Representative Kevin Hern from Oklahoma, he's the chair of the Conservative Republican Study Committee. He's talking about being a different kind of leader and how he backed Jordan before. But it's curious, he decided not to run when McCarthy was ousted. Now, Representative Pete Sessions from Texas, he's been in the House for 11 terms and led that House Rules Committee and National Republican Congressional Committee. He's talking about all them seats he won. He's in that Republican Study Committee and that Main Street Caucus. He backed Jordan too. Representative Austin Scott from Georgia, he's a businessman, been in the House since 11. He's making a second run for it after backing Jordan earlier and he's all about doing things the right way. He's one of them conservatives too. Representative Byron Donalds from Florida, he's a newer fella in Congress, but a big shot in that ultra-conservative House Freedom Caucus. He ain't too happy about them 2020 results and he's got a knack for slowing down the show. He's talking about unity now. Representative Jack Bergman from Michigan, he's a retired U.S. Marine Corps Lieutenant General. He's confident he can get them votes and ain't got no special interests. He backed Jordan and ain't too keen on them 2020 results neither. Representative Mike Johnson from Louisiana, he's a lawyer, used to be on the radio, and served under Stefanik. He was in charge of that Republican Study Committee and was one of Trump's defenders during them impeachment trials. He, too, ain't happy about them 2020 results. Representative Dan Moiser from Pennsylvania, he's talking about including all them Republican members in policymaking. He signed on for that lawsuit against them 2020 results and he's a member of 3 of them GOP caucuses. Representative Gary Palmer from Alabama, he was a latecomer to this speaker race. He used to run a conservative think tank down in Alabama and ain't too happy about them 2020 results. He's in that Freedom Caucus and that Republican Study Committee. Seems like the folks in Congress are in for quite a show. They're battlin' it out to be the one wearin' that speaker's hat, and there ain't no shortage of contenders, that's for sure.